Doki Doki playthrough. Let's go. Wait, let me also okay. I can already see Monika's pristine writing from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Okay. Who should I show my poem to first? So I wrote this poem for Monika, so obviously let's show it to Monika. I should start with Monika, yeah. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem and I want her to. I'm putting in effort. Hi Rizzler! Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Rizzler. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of burial that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monika my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like that you really care about each other, what's being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sarah's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Well, you know, everyone enjoys sad things and emotions and like exploring with these things. So they all like these like each other like emotions and like happiness and sad things, you know? Because some days they're kind of dark, but every day has some joy to it, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, teach their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Yeah, just, write the way you want. It's important to write the way you feel comfortable in and not that way you want, like the way you really want to write, but it just isn't really your thing. Just write how you like, okay? But I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Well, I want to impress others. I want to impress others, okay? Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Okay, let's see. Hole in wallet can have been me. Okay, but this music is so classy, like classy music. I love it. I like Monica's writing style. To be honest, it's very pretty. Okay, nice. I'm not gonna read it. So, what do you think? It's a very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. But for it out loud, it can really be powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some empathy recently. What does that even mean? I don't know. It's been influencing my poems a bit. And I'm sorry. English is not my first language. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous about these stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Well, it's about expressing our vulnerabilities and poetry, because poetry is all about expressing yourself, and poetry is about writing, books, just all things that make you happy. So don't be embarrassed to share all your vulnerabilities in poetry, okay? Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, you're being too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and type it and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. Best advice for Yuri. Sorry. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, nice. Who should I show my poem to next? Sari. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Rizzler. I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori. You must be seriously overacting. I'm not a good writer at all. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Haha. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's has to be more constructive than this. Maybe in Natsuki's. Bro, Natsuki is the most harsh person in Doki Doki Literature Club. Like, bruh. I'm sure her opinion will be the most harshest and the most meanest. But that's literally her character. She's literally meant to be a cis underage. And also, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Like, English is not my first language. I'm sorry. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of the other people, So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Rizzler poem. Sorry, that crackled me up. That cracked me up. Like, it's a Rizzler poem? Like, are you kidding? What is a Rizzler poem? Like, is the poem rizzing you or something? Like, yeah, I got W Riz, what's up? And it makes it feel extra special. Like, I can feel your feelings in it. Sari hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm just really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Wrestler. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sari. I'm not sure if Sari sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, can't deny she's part of the reason I joined. Okay, knowing how much this means to her and all, yeah. I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Well, let's see about that. Can I see? Let's just see. Dear sunshine, the way you glue through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed. Making the verb sleepy out my eyes. Wait, let me just... Wait, oh, I have this thing, but like... Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. The last line is so me. The last line is literally me. I want breakfast. Sorry. This is just a guess, but... Did you wait until Rowan to write this? No! Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least it makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I'll still try my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah, especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Okay, nice. Okay, so who should I show my poem to next? Definitely... Natsuki. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. So that's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes? Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I have to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, Jews can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. See, this is what I like about Natsuki's poem. They are just very meaningful and they are just very good. You know what I mean? Like, this is just like the feeling of giving up and, you know, like sharing your vulnerabilities and everything. Like, this poem just has all of those. You know what I mean? Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that Ryan has to be all, I can't pronounce that word, sorry, and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the whole point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style shouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it all fall flat. It helps bring out the emotion, the feeling in the last line. So you did, I guess, more went to it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Brett, Natsuki is like also 18, right? Like all of them are 18, right? Like be so for real. Like R. Well, Natsuki literally looks like a 7-year-old, but I'm not gonna question it. Okay? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor with her that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Well, the last option is Yuri, so obviously. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that might be after reading through it. So it's that bad? No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice it's been several minutes and we haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people, but that's okay. You know what I mean? Some people are just shy and they don't really are like that. You know, they're introverted, so they're really shy, and that's okay. Like, everyone is vulnerable and everyone has some vulnerabilities in poetry, so they can already express themselves just like they want. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right. It's just there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most wonderful thing I recognize in new writers is they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, I tend to pick a writing style that's separate from the topic matter, and a form fits the two together. And then result, the both style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just writing and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. Also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry, it's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my processes behind it. Yuri smiled dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself was kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? I'm sorry, but I cannot read cursive. Okay, so I'm sorry, I was such terrible at handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Cute? Did you completely miss symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.